Okay, what you guys are looking at is what units I use to beat legendary soloi. People that use Egypt usually use cats, and only cats, and usually have a gastro player. I'm going to show you that there's a handful of units that can be used and very easily to win. Before I go on, I want to show the economy side of this. If you're going to use infantry, archers, or cavalry, please make sure you pick the right star tech to increase the health and the damage, because the star tech for the Egyptians do not have this benefit like the Greeks do. Starting spearmen, they work, but you have the same problem. The ballistas spam like crazy. Slingers, we both know, are useless. Axemen is the only unit I have not tried. Well, and rams, but we both know that's not a real unit to fight with. I'm not going to waste money, time, energy into teching an age 2 infantry unit that nobody uses, that I honestly believe is worthless. I have talked to many people and they say don't even waste my breath with it. I'm going to show you here. See, this is cost, movement speed, but all these are cost and train time, as you'll see, and plus 15 movement speed. There's no bonus damage or bonus health, so that's why your ship upgrades are very important here. When it comes to camel riders and your cavalry, your camel riders are very quick. This is one reason why I do like Egypt, and you'll see why when I get to the gear. These units are fast enough to reinforce quickly and strong enough to kill cavalry units. I was surprised they worked so well, but cavalry riders can be used. Now, when it comes to the chariot archers, they are very useful. They're very fast. Reinforcing is quick. If you have just 5 stables all the way back in home base and 5 more where the general is, you don't need to build anymore, ever. Those 10 stables will crank out chariot archers so fast. The train speed is so wickedly fast with the train time upgrade here, and then if you throw on an advisor, you don't need many. Now, we all love our elephants. I know I do. The war elephant is probably the single strongest unit in the game for damage, for health, and somewhat taking abuse because it has so many hit points. Overall, is the best unit in the game, in my opinion. Now, I'll show you the gear that I use in Legendary Soloi with the war elephant that I've done with ballistas and gastros, and had no problems winning either of those matches. I'll show you that with DPS armor is better than health armor, and I'll explain why. Now, my elephant archers, I just did the last one, the Egypts. They're slow. They're strong, but they're slow. Nothing more to say about it. They're just slow, but they are very well powered. They can take 2 hits if you go pure DPS gear with the DPS tunic and gloves, gauntlets. You can take 2 hits and you die. If you want to go more health, you could probably get 3 or 4 hits in. You lose a lot of DPS. We all know cats, you can do it. We all know paladins, you can do it. There's nothing really more to explain here. Now, my chariot archers, we'll start with them. I do not put gloves on these guys. They have the boots. I found faster the better for these bad boys, because if they die, they're cheap, in my opinion, and I'd rather them be strong as possible everywhere else. Pretty much range, though, is another key factor, but they're so fast they can reinforce themselves pretty quickly. Now, this is the bow that I definitely use 100% on an elephant archer, plus range arrows. This varies between this, matters on what I want to use at the time. And this is the gauntlets that I use on him because A, they're already expensive, plus the cheaper on the tech tree, plus an advisor that I'll show you makes this unit very cheap compared, when you look at it, that it takes for population. Camel riders, of course, you see the Crete spear, legend horse armor, and greaves. I don't have any legendary greaves here or the epics yet. I'm not going to waste money into it. If I find an epic for 1,000, I'll buy it. So if anybody's out there that wants to sell one to me for 1,000, I'll buy it from you. Now here's the biggest thing: the war elephant. It's explaining about DPS. This is the exact gear that I've had on them in both videos. They never change. I have the best DPS for a spear. Rostam, you could go with, of course, a lower level DPS shield, or the one in Sparta, but this is one I use. As you see, I have DPS armor on this. It's not the best. 39 is the best, but it's pretty close because I think damage is 12.7, 12.9, and not the best gloves either. If I find gauntlets that are Ramses, I'd be very happy. But right now, they're not Ramses. So I just sit and wait and use what I have. But as you see, it works. In cats, I'll show you the same. I just build these quicker. I don't care about power when I use paladins. And that's the gear I use on my units. I know I've showed all that before, so I'm not going to go into huge detail, but that's the gear I use for soloi alone, not what I use for everything. So I want to make that a little different there. This is the unit I was talking about for the archers, the elephant archers, and then I'd use that for my war elephants. And this is the one I'd use for my chariots, so they move faster. And everything else, I'd use him. When it comes to H3, I have found no matter what situation I'm in, pretty much aging to 4 is the best option. I don't have much in 3. I could use Sophia, but I can get enough food with 30 villagers. I'm okay. Here, I have found that it's usually train speed for the cavalry, the ragged 12% farther, and that's about it. I very rarely use the quicker caravans in this scenario, but that is it. Simple, easy, quick. As you see, I'm gearing up for the next 2 civilizations that are coming out, getting all ready for them. If anybody does have another castle builder, I'll buy that for 25,000. So if somebody has that and wants to sell it to me, and another gauntlet 34 or higher, I'll pay 50,000 for that also. So, but there you have the idea of what I use, what can be used, and when. Enjoy.